Yeah, I think we are live now with
Yes.
our recap of the Austrian Legacy League Cup,
Welcome, everybody.
presented to you by the cast of the In Response, a Legacy podcast crew.
How you guys are doing?
Oh yeah, that's recap hype from the finest.
Definitely. Yeah, it's going good. I think we had a discussion yesterday or the day before that we are all doing quite great in the cup, and we
Yeah,
are doing
apparently, yeah.
similarly.
I think we have the same standing actually at the moment. Everybody from us.
Yeah.
This might be a problem for the finals.
Yeah, could be. We will see.
The finals are no problem, but because in the finals if one of us is the runner-up in the finals, one or two in the finals, we definitely have a problem there. But let's hope that one of us is doing not that great, so we can have a safe broadcast in the future. But yeah.
So basically, one of us has to fuck up at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, I'm the one who's playing a fringe deck.
It's not me. It's definitely not me.
Oh no, me neither.
Philip, you're the last guy playing, and if Daniel and I am qualified, so you're the last one, so you have to drop out.
To fuck up, yeah, for sure. I'll do my best. I promise.
Yeah. It's first come, first serve. So.
Yeah, but besides that, we had received some feedback from our guys in our community and from the Austrian Legacy League, especially. And let's talk about a few points we got. At first, we have to praise ourselves. It seems like
we are great. We are just the best.
Yeah, apparently,
obviously,
they really liked what we are doing. But besides that, we had some criticism too. And the first we want to address is some of our guys say that it's kind of awkward hearing us talking in English, I would say. And some wanted that we switch the broadcast to German. There are a few things to address here. Philip, do you want to go into detail with this question?
Oh yeah, for sure. The reason we are doing this in English is because we try to be more international and to reach a broader audience. So actually, most of the people who are watching us aren't speaking German. So to reach these people, especially from the US or from the UK, we have to do it in English, because even if it's just our local legacy community, our viewers are prominently more from English-speaking countries. So for this, we are bound to make this in English. And I still think it's okay to, if you hear that we are native speakers, and we just do our best, and I think we're doing not so badly.
And I think the longer we do this kind of stuff in English, the better it should also get for us. Things will go more fluently and more smoothly, and therefore I think things can only get better from that point on.
Yeah, definitely. And a few number points for our podcast. If we count the countries together percent-wise that are German speakers, I think it's approximately 15% for our podcast or something like that. And there's I think around 50% from America. And with that, we know that most of our viewer base should be located in America too. even though the time zones for our tournament, for the All Cup here, isn't perfectly for them.
I mean,
But it should be perfectly for our players in here.
Oh yeah.
for sure, yeah.
And another point of feedback we got is if we want to do it, if we do it again on Modo, or why we don't do this here on Modo, but we're doing it on webcam based. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think everybody is happy of our players that they are able to play with their physical cards. I think we can all agree that paper Magic is the best form of Magic.
Yeah,
And-
it's called The Gathering.
I mean, yeah, there are certain aspects like you need to have a good setup, let's say, and you have to figure out how you want to share your playmat with the cards a little bit. But maybe it's just me, but I don't think this is all that difficult to accomplish. A bit, the thing that you have to have is a smartphone, and then you're good to go, basically.
Yeah, it's basically you don't have to put any money in it if
Yeah.
you don't want to.
Yeah,
So it's
That's a big
basically
point.
free. That's a huge point. That also is against that also stands against Magic Online. And also, as Peter has said, the Gathering is in the foreground. It's more important for us to play with the physical cards
and
than have an app interface that we stream. I mean, having real decisions, real cards, just feels more natural in this case.
and I
Yeah.
think this webcam thing doesn't work that badly. I don't think this is a problem.
Yeah,
Or-
and there's another point is I think we have a lot of Modo tournaments currently online, and a few of them are streamed too. And yeah, it's at first a niche we are in, and I think Paper Legacy is the way to go for the Austrian Legacy League to do their content on. And another thing is this whole tournament wasn't planned as a webcam tournament. This whole tournament was
Yep.
played as to be played in our local game store together as 4 people, because the former Corona rules allowed it like that, with 1 or 2 streamers in there that will judge at the same time and will commentate. And for that, we moved to this schedule. We are doing it online. And yeah,
Because the the COVID rules did get more strict during planning of the tournament.
Yeah.
And so we switched to webcam.
And I think for that, we're doing okay, or great, as the community was telling us. And I think we will definitely try something similar in the future. And I think you can see us regularly in the commentator booth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And yeah, then we have another topic that is very important for Philip.
I'm not sure what was the topic.
Yeah, the topic is that the next stream is on Wednesday.
Oh my god. Oh my bad. I forgot. Yeah. The next stream is on Wednesday. I'm not sure about the time.
Should be 20 CET, so 14 o'clock. How is it called?
EST.
EST.
It's EST, yeah. And we are playing the second leg of the Group A. So it's Christian Münster, Christian Neutz, who was also in the
Christoph Igelsbeck and
Christoph Igelsbeck
David Binder.
and David Binder. Yeah.
So we will have the 3 rematches there. And another thing that is new for this Wednesday, or for every stream of the second leg, is after these 3 matches, we have a short interview with these two advancing players, actually. So we have them coming in, talking about their tournament, and talking a little bit with them.
Yeah, and how they experienced their cup and how they feel about advancing.
Yeah. And your second topic, Philip.
Yeah. I just need to advertise here in our own rules. If you like what we're doing, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's in the info box below. We have refreshed our Twitch site and modeled a little bit. And subscribe to YouTube. Also follow us on Twitter. It's at Austrian_legacy. It's also down below. And also tune into our podcast. It's on Twitter, response_legacy, and also available here down below.
Yeah. And with that, I think we can move on now to the results we have. And with that, we will start with our first group, which is actually playing on Wednesday this week. We will start with Group A.
Yes.
And for that, we have a three-way nearly tie on the top with Christian Münster with 6 points, Christoph Igelsberg with 6 points, David Binder with 6 points, and Christian Neutz, unfortunately,
with 0 points.
With 0 points.
But he's not out of the game yet. For sure not.
No.
Yeah, definitely not out of contention. I mean, he just we have again 3 games. It's again everyone versus everyone. How do you say this in
it's a round robin.
A round robin. Okay.
Double round robin is the correct term for English.
So everybody plays against everyone, and so there are still for each person 3 games to play. So 9 points together.
Yeah.
So still Christian can advance to the elimination round. So there's not any hope gone.
Yeah, for sure not.
And we had a small meme in our community how this group went. It's one Chino, 12 Chino, 12 Plague Engineers. It's quite a hard group for elves, which is the deck Chino Neutz Christian is playing. And these other players are Christian Münster on Maverick. Christoph Igelsberg on Black White Eldrazi, and David Binder on Lance, and Christian Neutz on Elves. How are your predictions for the final results of this group?
I think it's tough to say. Of course, Christian, Christoph, and David have good chances to advance to the quarterfinals. But like I said, everything is possible at this point. There's still 3 matches to be played for each person. If we look at the decks specifically, I kind of think that Eldrazi has a really good shot at this. That's kind of my feeling about this.
Yeah, for me I think that the crucial matches for them 3 guys is how they fare against Chino. It's how do you say this in football, where you have in the Champions League or something like that. It's always the game where you play a draw against the clear underdog in the group. It's really, really impactful for the two teams or the 2 guys for us that advance. And I think deck choice wise, I kind of favor Christian Münster here.
Okay.
And I think maybe Christoph Igelsberg has another good shot at it. The problem is, I think Chino can defeat David with a good draw with I don't want to with relative ease, but if Gino can keep a good hand and has a shot to fight against a Tabernacle, he's definitely good to go in this matchup. And I think the matchups, as I said, Christian Münster has not that easy matchup against Christian Neutz, but I think with the Plague Engineers, he's a little bit more good to go against Christian Neutz as David Binder.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I favor Christian Münster and Christoph Igelsberg above David Binder. And there is still a miracle run that can happen for Neutz Christian, but I'm unfortunately not a believer in here.
You're no believer.
Yeah, for my predictions, I also favor Christian Münster here. I think Epson Maverick is just really a great toolbox deck and has all the answers to compete in this group and to take the lead, like he's done in the first leg. But I think that David Binder also has a really good shot to the group, because Lance can really be really strong. Yeah. Yeah. Regarding Christian Neutz, I think he will fare better than in the first leg. I think he will win at least 1 or 2 matches. At the end, I believe it's probably a little bit not enough. So I think it's very on the edge of advancing for him. So my predictions are probably more. I think that Christian Münster will easily take the lead, and then it will be a runner-up between David Binder and Christoph Igelsberg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so different. Yeah, the goal is not to go 0-3 again. I mean,
But definitely.
At least it can't get worse, Gino. At least.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's quite interesting that we three have a little bit of a different opinion there. Yeah, with that, I think we will move on to the next group, which is mine,
B.
actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have there Andreas Schaubmeer on Ragdell with 6 points. Myself, Peter Plank, with Band Painter on, again, 6 points. Mario Hinterberger on Devon, Texas with 4 points. And Matthias Höller on
Bug
how's it
Ninjas.
called?
Bug
Bug
Ninjas.
Ninjas on 1 point. Yeah, I would say the draw between Matthias Höller and Mario Hinterberger really favored a little bit Andy and myself here.
Of course, yeah.
For advancing, it's gonna be tough. I think deck-wise, Andreas has definitely the best shot at advancing. I think it wasn't a big fluke that I went 2-1, but I'm now not 100% settled that my deck choice was the best one. I found better painter lists now, especially with the new one from Schütz Stefan. But yeah, I still think I have everything that can go through, and with that I will give the lead to Andy on first place and myself on second place. I think I can take down 1 or 2 games and hope that Mario only takes 1.
Yeah, well,
that's my predictions for this group.
I kind of think that Mario has also a nice shot at this, actually. I think even though you guys have more points as Andreas and you, Peter, but I honestly think he can beat you. And
yeah, definitely.
So
it was very, very lucky for myself to win against him.
Yeah. He has to win at least 2 games, 2 matches. But I think this is very possible. So Maybe they have Nexus. And of course, if you want to be safe, you can also just bet on Rakdelva.
Yeah. I think that the only bad matchup in this group for Andy is Mario. And I think, yeah. And then I need to advance against. Yeah. The matchup against Mario is definitely the one I have to win. And if I can win this,
you're in a good spot, yeah. I think
I'm in a good spot. So it's definitely for this group, I think the matchup that's deciding between me and Mario.
Yeah,
if Mario can win this, he will advance.
That was what I wanted to say. That this will be the really important match here in this group. I also think that it will get really, really knapp.
Close.
Yeah, it will be kind of close.
God, yeah. It will be close, yeah. Between you and Mario, and also we don't have to underestimate Matthias with Bug Ninjas, because Bug Ninjas is still a real deck.
Sure, yeah.
If he has a little bit more better draws in the second leg, I think he also has a really good shot at advancing, and he can still overtake Mario and you, Peter. I can also see Andy not really going 2-1 again. I think even Rakdelva has its weaknesses, although it's probably the best deck here in this group. If you just look at the decks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sometimes RNGesus hits you and can definitely change the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So I think this is a quite interesting group moving forward. And I think it's one of the beauty of our, I would say, opening 3 games for each group, that we have no one with 9 points and everyone is still in the game, as though for some of us it's quite hard to go through with an 0-3 start or an 0-2-1 start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can move forward now to Daniel's group.
Group C.
So Daniel,
C is the best.
What do you think? What do you think? Who will advance in this group?
I think, honestly, it will get tough for me, in my opinion. I think I can lose to any of those decks. I can certainly lose to Rakdelva. If the Hogak deck from Manuel has a certain explosive draw, I can just do nothing about it. And Dominic's Loam deck is a little bit problematic. I think in general the matchup is favorable for Storm, but it's the same like in Death and Texas. Sometimes you have to keep a little bit of a slow hand, or a hand that is too interactive, and then you kind of get overwhelmed by a little bit. So I think it's hard to tell. Given that, of course, Jonas, myself, and Manuel has 6 points already, I think it has to be one of our guys, our 3 persons, realistically, to advance here. But as we have it in Group A, of course, Dominic has also a chance at least to advance in the quarterfinals. I would like to say or hope that I have good chances, of course, but I'm not sure. I can also just imagine Jonas and Manuel advancing. So that's my...
For me, it's quite similar, especially with Jonas in the chat already saying he lost every die roll in the first leg, which means he will be on the play for each match.
This is also
in
strong,
the second leg.
Yeah.
And Rakdelva on the play for 3 matches should at least guarantee, I would say, 12 points or something like that. especially against Four-Color Loam on the play for Delver is big because it can easily negate the chalice on one. It can play around that with a daze or something like that. So I would definitely give the shot for Jonas. And yeah, and he already says he's already leading in tiebreakers. Tiebreakers are for us is matches won against matches lost. And as it would be in football, a game won is counted like a scored goal, and a game lost is as a received goal counted.
Yeah.
As a received goal counted. English is a hard language. And yeah, matchup wise, I would favor Manuel Dunninger again as a more likely second place, which would be nice for us because then Daniel could do the broadcast for the quarterfinals.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
So yeah, I would see the group faring with Jonas in first place, Manuel Dunning in second place, Daniel Pernosch in third place, and Dominic Haas in fourth place.
Yeah. I remember your distrust, Peter. No, but that's completely fine and fair, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah it can definitely happen. I still think that, although I don't think that Dominic will advance, I also think it's one of these three guys, Jonas, Daniel, and Manuel. But we, like in the other groups, we simply can't underestimate Dominic's Four-Color Loam. I think he got a little bit unlucky in his draws in the first leg, and Four-Color Loam is probably not really the best positioned deck, but it can certainly be very strong.
Yeah.
So I think he won't go 0-3 this time. He will certainly win at least one or two matches, just to make up for the losses he got the last time. And he will probably be on third place after all. But I also think that Jonas being on the play in all his matches is such a huge advantage here, and he will certainly take the lead home. Yeah. The second place is really for me a coin flip here. It will probably be in the key is in the match between Daniel and Manuel. In this time, who will win the direct confrontation will advance in this group.
Yeah. According to Jonas, he's thinking that he will go second and Manuel will go first. So he is not favoring him in a matchup against Hogak, which I can see. But I think on the play is a really, really good shot for him to go in the distance.
Oh yeah, if you're playing versus Ragdel versus Hogak as Ragdelver and you are on the play, then it's kind of hard for Hogak.
Yeah, because the daze is so strong to play against. He can aggressively force literally everything, and I think this matchup
then just this Dreadhorde Arcanist on turn 2, and then just with all the cantrips you have everything, and you have to just be fast enough. It's not probable, but it's not very probable, but it's possible to win even game 1 here in this matchup.
Yeah. Especially if Manuel has to mulligan and has to keep a 6 that is reliant on a Faithless Looting or something like that.
Or a Stitcher Supplier.
Or a Stitcher Supply, and then it's really, really good for the Ruck deck to win this matchup. And yeah, with that, I think we will move forward to Philip's group. How are your thoughts about this group?
My thoughts are also this time. I think Manuel will also again take the lead, and another Ragdelver here. He's playing Ragdelver. I just thought about it. Because with 7 points here, it's very hard for him to not advance.
Yeah.
He has the most points scored from the whole tournament at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's basically Manuel, and then I don't want to put me in a favorable position here because
Because we need another commentator. Am I
Yeah.
right?
oh
Yeah.
but it won't concede. No. I actually think that the Death in Texas matchup is very hard for me and the Black Death deck because he just has everything and can counterplay almost all my combos, even main deck. And so I was very lucky to win this matchup.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's simply hard. I think I will win versus goblins again because I'm a little bit faster. If I go at least one, it gets really close for me. I have to play tight and to play good to advance in this group. My prediction here is Manuel on first place. He will win at least one and will easily advance. And then I just can't make a prediction here. I would hope it's myself, but I can't really say anything. I think in this time, at this specific matchup, it's also the direct confrontation here between me and Michael that's determining who will advance.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same spot. I also think that Rakdelva is the favorite to win this group, as though the group is very, very close. Because it's only 3 points between first and third place. But that matchup wise, I think that Manuel is ahead of you. And with that, he's already at 10 points, which would make it nearly impossible for both you and Michael to overtake him. So I see Manuel definitely in the lead in first place. And between you and Michael, I think we're quite in a similar spot because my match is also against Death in Texas. Our decks have a hard time actually against Death in Texas because of Skyclave Apparition. Apparently, he's a really, really good card against combos. If you don't have the spell-based one, and against that he has Ephalia. So I'm putting a little bit more faith into Hölle Michael in your group, Philip, actually. But yeah, maybe you can navigate it correctly. So I will give it, 100%, nearly 100% Manuel Hochegger advancing. I would say then 35% Philip advancing and 65% Hölle Michael advancing. Something like that.
I have to say I kind of agree. However, I wouldn't underestimate Philip's deck. It certainly has potentials and draws where you can just win turn 1, turn 2. And then a Death in Texas deck can just do nothing about it. Yep. So, however, yeah, I basically think that Manuel is kind of locked. And then it's up for Philip or Michael, in my opinion, for sure. And I don't know on which match this will actually depend. Maybe this is just also like similar to my group, where is the direct match, like you said, Philip. For you and Michael, maybe this is kind of the decider here. I'm not sure. But if Michael can win 2 matches for the second leg, he is definitely also in a good spot to win or to advance in the quarterfinals.
Yep, definitely. And yeah, I think we have a lot of close groups. We have a lot of close calls. But even though the calls for the groups are really, really close, I think we want to end this small recap stream with our predictions for finalists, I would say. What are your predictions, Daniel, based on your thoughts about the groups?
So who will win, basically, or what the next few matches will be?
I would say the finals.
For the finals?
Yeah.
This is a really, really tough one. So
I think Daniel, you should switch for our viewers to the
let's have a look at the
tournament schedule.
Yeah.
The tournament plan, yeah.
Here we have the tournament plan. We have our quarterfinals. First one of Group A against second one of Group B, and so on and so forth. Semifinals, best of 5, and finals. Who will end up in the finals? I think someone from Group C. That's one, but I don't think it will be me. I have to add. And I honestly have no idea who will be the second one.
So I think I will take the lead here. My predictions actually are, I think that Christian Münster, who I think will go place first in Group A, I think will go the way to the finals. Because I think he's really, really good with the deck. I think his matchup-wise, he's good. And then if Mario Hinterberg advances over me, I think he has a very, very good shot to advancing in semifinals and then to finals. So I think I favor him here. And then I will favor our latest winner of the Austrian League, Jonas Bauernfeind, who I think will finish in first place in Group C to advance to the finals.
Mm-hmm. I will, just to give some names, I will also, let's say, state a prediction. If you do it, Peter. I think I'm putting up Manuel Danninger in the finals against, I think, Andreas Schaubmeier on Rockdelver. He puts in a lot of work for his Rockdelver builds, and he is certainly on top of there as well. So I think these will face each other. These guys will face each other in the finals.
Yeah, I completely forgot about because Andreas has some, a lesson, I would say, or he's doing a few matches together with Rich Kali, which is one of the best Rockdelver players in the world, and this will definitely increase his odds in Group B.
Yeah, it will definitely improve his play.
Cup. Yeah, definitely. And maybe I have to find myself another band painter streamer or mastermind to play with so that I can advance.
You could still ask Stefan Schütz if he just teaches you about the ways of rock painter.
But the problem is I have to play band painter here. And for you, Philip, what are your thoughts?
It's basically very, very similar here. But I also think that Andreas will advance into the finals. He plays very tight. He plays very, very clean and smooth. And his decision tree makings are very. He thinks of his plays all the time. He doesn't really plays out of his guts. So I think he will advance into the finals. And I also think Jonas will advance into the finals. So my prediction for the finals will be Rockdelver versus Rockdelver.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair.
seems like fair
prediction.
Summit, prediction. And sorry, Jonas, for butchering your name, but Bauernfeind while talking English is really, really hard to pronounce.
If you switch to German and English or German, it's hard.
It's easy. You just say peasant enemy, right?
farmer's enemy.
Farmer's enemy.
Farmer's enemy.
Yeah, I think with that, these are our closing thoughts.
Yes.
So we recapped everything of the groups. I think you guys can expect a similar stream right before quarterfinals, so in about 4 weeks. And I think as a closing, we would welcome you on Wednesday's stream, 20 o'clock CET or 14 o'clock EST. And yeah, some closing thoughts from you guys.
I'm excited for the matches. Anybody gets to play one more time, which I think is really great for this cup. I'm excited about the matches and, of course, also to commentate on them. So, looking forward for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm very excited to commentate in this next Wednesday stream. It will be great to commentate again as our whole crew, as our whole cast, and it will definitely make things easier because it's kind of hard to commentate if it's just the two of us, yeah. And it's definitely easier if we're the whole crew. Also, I'm very excited about my group and my turn to play again. And we will see how each one of us fares in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, see you on Wednesday. Watch our streams, listen to our podcast, and yeah, see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
In response, the end. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.